Hello and welcome. My name is Gita and this is Disney Dreamlight Valley. Today I am going to be completing this different Dreamsnaps build over the weekend. Like I said, I look at stuff and sometimes I'm just like, and that is what happened. So, I decided that I didn't like it. Anyways, we're working on a different one. Hi, Clara. Welcome in. Hi, Kay. How are you? Sharing on Discord. All right, here we go. Hi, Yuri. How are you? Welcome in, you guys. Thank you so much for getting me to 3 likes already. Hi, Abby. Welcome in, you guys. So I pretty much didn't do anything other than just like load over here for the thumbnail. I had some of my strawberry shortcake on the break between TikTok and YouTube stream. If you were not here for the TikTok stream, this is the floating meadow island, and I just decided to completely redo it. So this is what we did on TikTok, and I'm just adding some like more finishing touches to make it feel more complete. I don't know, I kind of want some kites. I wish we could rotate these. That's my only gripe with them. We can't like rotate them at all. I was so excited for kites too. We got these in the Mulan Star Path. Hi Zach, hi Erica. Welcome in everybody. Doing okay, just finishing eating dinner. For dinner you have chicken noodle soup. Yum. That sounds really good. I love chicken soup. Especially like on cold days and stuff. I was just thinking, so the place that I got my salad from last night, Jason's Deli, it's like this local soup salad sandwich spot. They have some really good chicken soup. It's got like this really nice thick broth. And then the noodles are not too intense. It's like tiny little rectangular noodles. It's one of my favorites. All right, we do need to add some seating. I can just put these like right here in the fountain area. And those will count for at least one tag, because the tags are unique items. But in general, I would like to have seating there if this happens to end up staying somehow. I'm trying to like look at all the different pieces that I pulled out. Doing okay. You just finished. Okay, I did read that. Hi, Brown Diddley. Welcome in. Happy Monday. I hope everybody's doing well. I did like scrunch my hair on break. My roots are bothering me like they were before. Like, I don't know, if I don't keep them clipped long enough, they just don't dry how I like, but the rest is okay. I might clip them up. Let's see. Where's my... Oh, here's the black one. It's not the best, but it'll do. Hi, Jessica. Welcome in. Is this, you're the same Jessica that said you were going to come over here, right? Just making sure, because there's a few Jessicas that follow me. almost home podcasting for real now. Yay! I hope traffic is not too crazy. I'm gonna add some of these like back here. They'll be picked up, but it won't be as obvious how they're being layered. So for these, I don't really love that they don't match up like the Alice hedges. The Alice hedges are my favorite because there's no gap. Right now there's a bigger gap because I have them like angled, but in general there's like a gap for them. So what I like to do is try to like stagger them from far, so that like from far away you don't see that there's like any kind of like weirdness happening. And it should all just like blend in kind of together. The light is throwing it off, but they'll be there. It's okay. They don't have to stay there forever. These I also need to blend in with like the trees and stuff. Actually, so I can kind of do with these what I was doing on the TikTok stream if you saw, where these can like line the path. And I don't mind them lining back here because it's not actually going to be blocking the view. It's not close enough. And they don't even have to be perfect from back here because, again, the camera's not going to pick up that exact spacing. And even if it does, nobody's really going to care. If I inch these up and inch that in, those squares were just blocking it completely. And then I think that was blocking that one. It's trying to grab the fireflies. Okay. That's pretty. Hi Shy, welcome in. Don't know why TikTok keeps messing up, but when you try to... TikTok keeps messing up. Like, has it been since I made you a mod? It's messing up? Your pic is different than TikTok, and yes, it's you. Okay. I was just making sure. I'll remember that this is your picture over here. And it's saying I'm lagging. I'm going to cut Wi-Fi off my phone. Hopefully that will help. I still need to squeeze a little bit more into this picture. Is this going to be too many? Maybe not. Let me wiggle these over here because I can't angle them how I wanted to anyways. Okay. And then I can add this probably like across here, and it might fill it in nicely. Let me zoom in. Won't let you watch the last two lives? And you don't understand why? That's weird. So it kind of has been since I made you a mod. I'll turn the mod off and see if that fixes it, because I have no idea why that would be the case. Can you still see my page, and like, will it let you comment on my videos? That's so weird. I'm sorry it's making you miss them. Oh, that might be too much. Maybe. Hold on. I need to take another step. And I still need to add the trees. So this is still not ready. And I might change the time of day. Oh, a little bit too far. Half a step. Oh, another click. There we go. Oh. Well, I guess I'm kind of angled. There we go. Gosh, that tree stump in the sky is like getting me so bad. It just mutes me and freezes them all together. That's so weird. Let me open up TikTok and check. I don't think I did because there was like the list of my mods. All right, you have to go into live mode and then gosh, this is also foreign to me. Moderators. Yeah, it says Shy, Amanda, and my usual people. Yeah, I definitely don't have Shy blocked. But I will, let's see. It'll let you join. Review. Yeah, I'm sorry, Shy. I'm just gonna remove you as a mod and hopefully that'll fix it. Let me remove Amanda too, just in case, because I've not been seeing her. I think she's been busy though, but just in case. It could be an app issue, yeah. It could be worth like re-downloading TikTok since things have seemed really buggy since the almost again ban, in my opinion. Also, there was an update like in the last 2 weeks. If you don't have automatic updates on anymore, it just it's so weird. You're the only one. That is so weird. I feel like my account has like the only issues for a lot of people. Okay. I still need to add those seats back into the gazebos. I think I squeezed them. Yeah, they're just like right over here. So I'm going to stick these in here. Have like a couple little dates. Because like I don't know how long I'll keep this build. It might stay. It might be deleted next week for the next Dreamsnap. And then over here, and I'm using different tables and different seats so that they count for different tags, like extra tags, you know? If I had 4 different seats, I would do that, but I don't think we do. I think we only have 2 and 2 for these. And in case they're spotted at all, I don't want them to be mismatched. I can add some of these back here. And they'll count for the tags, but they don't necessarily have to be seen. Only one will count for the tags, but in case the camera picks up that there's something there, I want that there to keep going. All right, these little popsicle stick ones, I think would be really cute for seating over here, as if like Rapunzel painted them for her painting classes over here. And then I'm gonna do one there, and then one here. It kind of bothers me that it's not lined up with this, but whatever. It's not that big of a deal. I already hid those other Rapunzel things. This little hummingbird feeder. Alright. The clock can go right behind me. I love clocks. I can put a couple of these down here for the extra tags. And they should just kind of like blend in. Or I can make them purposeful, like right here. I can add these kind of along here, but I think they're the wrong way. They're one square off. I hate how music stops when I'm decorating sometimes. Okay. Well, it's not my usual decorating style, but it works. This can make this more intentional. I don't know why it's only that one that was under there, but whatever. Can't fully question everything in this game, can we? I'll put another bird feeder. Oh, did I not pick that up? Bird house can be over here. And then the other birdhouse can also kind of be over there. Again, tags. It's all for the tags. Okay. Sorry, I was like, was that my cats or was that a child outside? It was a child outside. I don't know if this statue makes sense, so I'm gonna throw it in the back corner where I don't think it'll be seen. This gazebo I'll put in this corner. The side of it should be picked up, but not the whole thing. Same thing with this hot tub. I'll just like kind of put it like back here. Some of it might be seen. That's fine. This little flower bed can go like right back here. This teacup can go maybe back here. And in case it's seen, I'll put one on the other side so it looks intentional. Hi, Lady Loon, welcome in. Sorry, guys, hold on. Yeah, like nobody gets my live notifications for TikTok. You're 5 tasks away from completing your star path. Yay! Your first one to complete. Oh my gosh. You didn't get to unlock everything fully last time, even though you had the points. I'm so happy that you got to complete this one. That is amazing, Kay. So exciting. I don't think they'll be seen, but like, why not? Oh, that was not what I meant to grab. Right over here. I'm working on a different Dreamsnap. I didn't end up liking my last one that I did on Friday. So I did most of this. This is my meadow floating island, and I did most of this on the TikTok stream, where I had just like pulled out a bunch of stuff off stream that were multiple tags, and then I've just been like playing around with them. I kind of started off stream, and then I've just been going with it. It's okay to have some beehives. My local parks actually have beehives around them. It's really cool. You can kind of hear them when you get close. And there's just like beehives just like throughout the parks. Never close enough for you to get to. They're tucked off to where they're protected from humans from like going up to them. But they're really cute to spot. What section are those flowers? Because you crafted some, but when coming to do your Dreamsnap, you couldn't find them anywhere. Go into furniture, and then there's a foliage section up top. So don't go down to the landscaping section. Stay in the furniture section and click on foliage. And this is where you should see all of your like potted stuff that you buy from Scrooge, all the ones that you craft or get from different things. Logging in here instead of TikTok because of a nap and crazy life the last 2 days. Welcome in, Stacy. How are you doing today? I'm sorry your life has been crazy the last 2 days. All right, I'm gonna change the time just to see. Well, I guess first I should check sunset. If it were on my face. All right, this is sunrise. If I turn this way, then it's on my face. So I can just change pets. I need to change outfits too. I'm either gonna wear this one, which I feel like I should, or I'm gonna wear the new one from this week. No, I feel like it matches my skin tone too much for a Dreamsnap theme. Now I could do my flowery capybara. I don't like the pose, like I said before. If I do the bunny pose, then I'll be holding the bunny up. But I really do like my little pink Pegasus. Oh, you know, I don't like how the lighting is actually hitting this anyways. All right, let's bump it. I'm just going to play with the time and see what looks best. That's pretty. Have to check again, but you swear you couldn't find them. And you crafted like the flower pots, right? Like not just their bases. Not doing well, but taking the happy where you can. So thanks for streaming. Oh, of course. I'm happy to give you a little distraction. Let me know if there's anything I can do. Hi, Ingrain, welcome in. How are you doing today? I hope I said your name correctly. If I didn't, let me know. All right. Oh, I still need to add trees. I should probably take away a little bit of the lanterns, and then I'll add them back. Same thing with the fireflies. I don't want them getting in the way of the trees. So I'm just going to get rid of them all but like 2. And then I'm going to add the trees and then add them back. Because the trees can't overwrite them, but they can overwrite the trees. I didn't realize how much this peacock was blocking, but that's really nice. All this extra like little stuff that I was worried would be seen is just like not. It's all right here, and the peacock is just blocking it. Okay. Oh my gosh, my posture. Oh, and you're in this foliage section in between lighting and rugs, and they're just not there. That's really frustrating. I don't think I've ever heard of that happening before. When you go to collections, and you go to the crafting tab, are they registered under there? So in here, crafting, go down to the furniture section, and they should be down here. And they should show highlighted if you made them. Lurking and making enchiladas, yum. I'm glad you're feeling better enough to eat. I appreciate the lurk. Hi, Rage Queen. Welcome over to the YouTube side. Thanks for joining. Just working more on the snap. Oh, the bubble over there too. I think I'm going to try that trick where I make some of the trees look like they have lights in them. Also, I forgot about this fountain tile. I'm going to put some in this big fountain. I'm trying to see where it's coming through. And then another one right here. There we go. It's the one that comes with the pot. So you were making like these, and they're just like nowhere to be found. You might have to submit a ticket for that. Maybe try restarting your game too if you haven't since making them. Sometimes there's just like random bugs, and a restart is always worth your time before emailing because they're not the fastest. We appreciate everything you guys do, but sometimes emailing for tickets is not the most fun thing in the world. Just saying. Just letting you guys know if Dreamlight Valley ever happens to watch this stream or any of the employees happen to be fans. We love you guys. We appreciate everything you do. Chatting with you about bugs could be a little easier. You posted the upcoming Dreamsnap on Discord. I didn't see yet. Thank you, Trey. For anybody that would like to join, here is that link. Oops. Nope, that's my YouTube. That's this link. Let me highlight it. I'm trying to delete it. Stop. Why is this comment so frustrating? Okay, delete. Thank you. Jeez. They won't let you double tap to highlight the selected text for anything, huh? Copy. Paste and send. Here is the current Discord link. If you are watching on the replay, it should be good for about a day to join. And feel free to share like your dream snaps in there. Check out the leaks, like what Trey was just talking about. Chat with me off stream, ask for help. All that fun stuff. Lean, I didn't know you followed me over here. Hello there, lovely. How are you doing today? We're just working on my dream snap. I love these trees and I want to do something with them again, but I really do struggle with them. Yeah, this is what I've got so far for the new submission. I deleted a lot of the floating lanterns because I'm trying to add trees in, and then I'll add them back. I don't feel like this fits the aesthetic at all of the park. Ooh, these. You didn't know you did either? Look at you. Opened up YouTube and here I was. Oh, I love that. Algorithm is working for me today, huh? I guess it likes my consistency finally. I could line these up going down. Sometimes I feel like hitting duplicate is faster than just clicking it because it doesn't have to open the tab every time. I prefer to work left to right though. I know a lot of people are doing with this Dreamsnap, and I feel like it looks so pretty in everybody's shots. Oh. Well, welcome in everybody. If you're new here, my name is Geeta. I stream here and on TikTok every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I usually do this after TikTok to try to help raid myself because I usually have a little bit of a larger viewership over there. But trying to be more consistent, trying to get better at uploading videos over here too, like tutorials and stuff. So I appreciate you guys joining and checking this out. I'm just trying to fill things in. I didn't do too well on the last Dreamsnap. I got 4,000 on Going Green, and then the Oasis one I struggled with, so I didn't really do too well. So I'm trying to get my scores back up because I need more moonstones. As we all do, huh? Okay, not too shabby. I can spot some areas where I need some trees though, for sure. Here we go. And I want to do that bubble lantern trick with these. Oh, I think they did it with the bigger ones though. So let me do that with the bigger ones in the back. So what they did was they put this down and then they used these bubbles that you can make with the Storybook Veil expansion. And then I believe it was my friend Nessa Nightthorn on TikTok. And then she grabbed these new lanterns that I think are also from Storybook Vale. No, it says Vitalis Mine, so they might be Regular Valley. She put them in the bubbles, and then I think she might have had a few different elevated bubbles. Let me check. I don't know how low the low ones go compared to this tree. If you follow me on TikTok, I did repost it. It's probably a few rows back, but it's like this giant pink tree thumbnail. I'm almost there. Low display bubble. Okay, yeah, I think she used a mix of them. But basically you put the light inside the bubble and then you move them inside the tree. And then when it's evening, it looks like a glowing tree. But make sure it doesn't have any yellow where you place it, or it will, like it just did to me, it'll delete the tree. And make sure you're placing your light in the bubble. And grabbing the bubble, not the light. Alright, so it's got a few in there. I'll change the time of day to show you this trick because it's so cool. You never get 4,000 moonstones. The most you've ever gotten was 2,100. Jessica, how many tags do you normally do? Do you do the minimum, or do you try to like increase them at all? And then now look at this glowing pink tree. Isn't that so cool? You can do them further back or closer to the middle for it to like glow evenly. But isn't that such a neat trick? I did it with some of the willows too. You can do it with like any lower down tree that has like branches that reach where the bubbles meet. How do you make the bubble? Katia, you go to to Ever After. So when you're in Storybook Vale, you can go to any of the wild woods, Teapot Falls, the Fallen Fortress, or Beanstalk Marshes, and you can get your shovel out and dig. And under foraging, oh, I'm in the main one, Storybook Vale, foraging. You're going to dig up these fairy bubbles. You can also get the fairy bubbles when you water the green mushrooms over there. And then once you have these fairy bubbles, you should be able to craft the bigger bubbles at your regular crafting station. You usually get more than 20 for the non-outfit ones. You're bad at doing the outfit dream snaps. The outfit ones are rough for me too. For furniture ones, I do recommend trying for as many as you can without like overdoing it. And like I have over here, hide as many as you can too that don't like fit your theme or whatever. Because they count more towards your score than we think that they do, you know? So to try and help, try upping them. Also, if you don't already do like symmetrical themes where like both sides kind of look the same, if you've noticed, like it's not perfectly symmetrical, but I am trying to do somewhat symmetrical. Those tend to score a little bit better too. People just like them, it seems, with voting. All right, so we're doing the fairy bubbles. Some people will also put these bubbles like around in the air, and you can put like glimmer in them from the Rift in Time, or what is it? Some people will do like the flowers from the Rift in Time, or the like anything that sparkles still. like the clovers that still sparkle. Hi, Owen. Welcome in. How are you doing today? Tags are so important for Furniture Challenge. You want to try to do 50 per tag. For outfits, it's harder, but you can definitely try to get at least 11. Yeah. Depending on the week and stuff, yeah, those are generally the numbers that I try for. Sometimes I do a little bit less, and then I know, okay, I might not score as well for these. All right, grabbing. Oh, let me just do 2 more actually. And then drag it in on each side. And then the same with these. Grab the whole bubble and pull it in. And then you get some nice little glowing trees. I think this side, they're not glowing as much as the other side. Dang, I wonder why. They might pop when I go out of editing mode. Yeah, they did. Isn't that so cool? Yeah, people love sparkles. I'm doing pretty good. I'm glad to hear that you're doing good too, Ellen. I'm glad you're doing better. Showing where in the crafting table for the bubbles. Yeah, let me pull one out. All right. Here we go. I have favorited one of the crafting stations, so they're always at the top of my furniture list. Same with a few of my favorite decorating things. So when you're at the crafting table, you go to furniture, and then these go in order of how they were added in the game. So the top is always going to be Main Valley, and then if you have the Rift in Time, it'll jump into Rift in Time stuff, and then it'll jump into Storybook Vale stuff. We do have a few other things mixed in here, like Main Valley stuff that was added last summer after the Rift in Time. Mulan things that were added when she was added. And then Storybook Vale, we have these. They just kind of look like circles at the crafting station. And then they're called Elevated Display Bubble is the smaller, higher up one. Low Display Bubble is the smaller, lower one. And then large elevated is a 4 square bubble. So instead of only being able to hold 1 square items inside, it has 4 squares inside. So it's a much larger bubble. And then again, elevated sits higher and large sits lower. Oh, thank you, Owen. All right, it's raining, so I can't quite take it right now, but that's okay. I still want to add some more trees. I love trees. You weren't watching Finishing Sunrise on the Reaping? Oh, nice. No, there are not fireflies in the trees. These are the bubbles that you can craft with the Storybook Vale expansion, and then they have some lanterns placed inside them, and then you just kind of tuck them into the spots where the tree allows them to be tucked without it deleting the tree, and it makes them look like they are glowing at night. This is a trick from Nessa Nightthorn on TikTok. And I reposted her video on it. If you want to go to my reposts, it's probably a few rows back. The thumbnail has a pink glowing tree on it. Because she just recently discovered this with this update. because we just got these lights with this update. And I have used this trick with the willow trees too in my glade. Going to do the bubble trick. You love that. Isn't it so cute? Definitely try to like place them better than I did on this one. Like if you put them more in the center, then they'll glow more evenly throughout the whole thing. Like mess around with it a little bit. And be careful where you place them. You might have to move the tray to re-grab them. All right, a few more trees, and then I'll add the fireflies and lanterns back around everywhere. And then I also need to change the time of day. And yeah, it's still raining. Saw me making them? Yeah. Those are the ones. I feel like I need like these somewhere. What if they're like back here? Don't tell me there's not room. Okay. I was just turned. Okay, just like a little pop back there. Other trees that work well with that trick. I tried it with this willow. I haven't tried it with any others, but I think it'll do with like any of the smaller low trees. So this is the one I was talking about. So like any of the trees that have sections that dip low enough for the bubbles to go in. So we've got this one. Let me try to grab the lanterns. There we go. So this one, and you can kind of like tuck it like right here, like right inside of the leaf. And you can kind of do that in a few spots like around it. You can't do it all the way, but you can do it in like 4 spots around it. Let's see. Let's test some others. All right, icy willow, barely. No for the maples and oak. If you really wanted to make it work, I think you could with this one. The smaller birch. But it doesn't really look natural, in my opinion. The acacia, maybe if it pulls out one of the bigger ones. Yeah, you could maybe make it work with the acacia. It's not going to go all the way in, but it could add some like fun jungle vibes. No. Maybe with this lush tree in a couple spots. I think that pink one is the one that's going to look the fullest in. And there's a green version of it. If you don't want it to be the pink one, there's this large green version. It doesn't look like it glows quite as much, but it definitely still has that ambiance. This is bigger than the pink one, isn't it? It kind of looks like it. So not too many. Also love the Mickey Mouse lanterns in my plaza. Oh, thank you. If you're talking about, I think you're talking about the ones in my plaza floating island. in my theme park. These Mickey lampposts. This is a Scrooge item, so you just have to wait for Scrooge to rotate them around. They are a little bit more rare, but they're not as rare as like this fountain. Hi, Robert. Welcome in. Hello to you in Toronto. Thank you for joining. How are you doing today? I was just showing the lantern trick from Nessa Nightthorn over on TikTok. And I'm working on my new Dreamsnaps submission. I have the lights turned down for everybody to see in the back, but they'll be turned up in a moment. Ooh, I think I want a couple of these. I really like these golden maples. Again, with the symmetry. All right, and then these literary flowers. I feel like they could just be like tucked in on either side over here. Just to add like a little pop of extra flower in that gap. What do you feed Pegasus? Yes. It has to be level 4, level 5 vegetable meals. Here it can also be fish meals. Just don't include any of the meat meals from the Rift. Because we don't actually have any meals that are made with anything other than fish, other than the Rift meals. Okay, these. 1 and 2. And then I think I need another one of the blue ones. Although I know most people aren't going to be like, that doesn't scream spring. These are just what I've been using for my spring builds in general. I need a few green ones. Which of these colors matches? Okay, I think it's this one. I hate that we don't have those the ones in the back. Oh, I like this one. Oh, this one, it almost matches these. Nope. Okay. All right, a couple. That's gonna block those balloons completely though. So in the corner, and then another one over here. We can't see that gazebo anyways. And then, perfect. I wanted it to pull out the big one. We'll do one like right here in the front. Actually, I feel like that's going to block that one. So I'm going to put that one here. And I'm going to pull this one up. Yeah. So pull this one up. Turn it. Perfect. Okay. Maybe another thing of balloons in the middle back here. Oh no, that's way too big. I am going to put something in the middle back here. I need to figure out what. I could use maybe... See, I think this one might be too big again. No? Oh, but it's not doing what I want it to. What I'm going to do is grab this instead and put it in the middle. And then I'm going to try to grab 2 of those medium-sized ones. I know they curve, but I don't think we'll see the curve. I just kind of want it to like build up and feel like it's like got a middle kind of peak. I could use these smaller ones. Here we go. Grab it and drop it and flip it. Oh yeah, Tia, if you happen to rewatch this, I did see your message at the end of TikTok saying you wouldn't be here. Turn that. Thank you guys so much for getting me to 10 likes. I really appreciate that. I know over here you guys can just hit the like button once and then get to playing, and I love that. I really appreciate you guys getting to tap away on TikTok, but I know I do that for my friends too, and I know it takes away from you getting to like play. So I'm glad on the YouTube side you guys get to chill a little bit more too. Up to 11, thank you. Said it can have fish. That's what I read, but honestly, I just kind of made them ratatouille, the meal ratatouille, and that's what I fed them. If you're just joining and you're wondering how my pink trees in the back are glowing, I was just showing that earlier on stream. Basically, you're just putting these new lanterns from Scrooge into the fairy bubbles that you can craft from the Storybook Vale expansion, and then just kind of like putting them into the tree. That's why it's dark at the moment. I am about to like make it lighter. Also, I need to move that cluster of petals to be under the trees. Even though they're not going to be seen in my head, I just need them there. Like right here and right here. Oh yeah, I'm going to do what I did in the other one too. I'm going to line the path with some more flowers. And then I might... I do need to add the lanterns back, the fireflies back. And I might add some more bubbles with glimmer in them. Either way, like, I have to go back and get something because I don't have anything glittery in my bag. Oh, you jumped over here just for me, Shy. That's very sweet of you. Yeah, there is a like button on most YouTube videos. It's not the same as TikTok. Zoe! Oh my gosh. Thank you for sharing. I really appreciate it. Thanks for jumping in. For those that don't know, Zoe's one of my original creator friends on this platform. We have been friends for, gosh, almost a decade now. Crazy to think about. Out of the chat, hit the thumbs up, then come right back to chat. It helps a lot. It does. I appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for getting me. I see 13. I know sometimes you guys see one more than I do, so thank you for 13 or 14 likes. I appreciate it. Okay, I was adding flower petals, underbrush. Here they are. Okay. I'm just gonna scatter some around. And what I like to do is just hit the copy button so that I can just hit the rotate every few. and it keeps rotating, versus if you're clicking straight from the catalog, it pulls them out in the same direction every time. So then if you want them to be rotated differently, you have to like click it more. And then I'm going to come back in and drop the pink ones in here too, because I really liked how they looked mixed in my last stream. Didn't realize we were creeping on 10 years. Isn't it crazy? We met in like 2018. The beginning of it too. Because I know you posted on one of my very first ever videos. Like you commented. And I could tell from your comment, I was like, this girl needs to be a content creator. And then you told me, I am. I was like, yes. New bestie. Zoe's been posting a lot of Critical Role videos too. If you ever want to check them out, if you happen to watch them, they are like a Dungeons and Dragons live stream podcast kind of thing, I guess, to my understanding. So if you're into Dungeons and Dragons and all that, I think Zoe would say they're very fun to watch, and she makes videos about all of that. And has recently been getting blown up, and I love it for her. I'm so excited for her to finally get the recognition that I've always thought she has deserved. Dang, it is pouring in my game. Okay, that looks a little bit better. Oh, thank you, Shy. I'm so happy to have you as a friend too. Shy's been starting to stream recently. Are you still going to stream tonight? I don't want you to like stop streaming just so you can watch me. I definitely want you to still stream if that's what you were planning. I know I did that for a long time too. I was like, oh, I'm not going to stream at the same time as my friends. But if you do that, then you're just never going to stream because your friends are always streaming. Especially the more friends you make in the content world. It's just, especially if you guys all live in the same time zones or similar. Yes. You learn that you guys can make it when you can, but there's no pressure. Compilations with them, it's a lot of fun. Of course, always. Thank you guys so much for 15 likes. I really appreciate it. You weren't 100% on it. I feel that. Sometimes it's just like not the day. All right. This is looking pretty. Okay. I'm going to add the lanterns back and the fireflies. I might, since I'm on a floating island, I might do that firework trick. So the firework trick, if you have not heard of it, if you are building on a floating island, you can pull out any house. It could be somebody's house or one of your own extra houses. I'm going to pull out this desert palace because I don't have this one placed anywhere right now. So I don't have to put it back somewhere. So you can put any building on there that you can enter. And then you can pull out your fireworks. I think I just need to search for it. I think it's under the Disney filter too. But I think this might be faster. Because I have a lot under the Disney filter now. There we go. So these fireworks that you can get from the premium shop, you can interact with and shoot them off. So what you can do, I might drag the house over here. What you can do is set them off, and then they will continuously go if you enter a house while they're being set off. So I'm just going to stagger a few across. Hopefully I can still run through this section like this, just in case. I'm going to angle... I'm going to delete 2 of those little chairs, and I should be able to reach them all. And I just need to, like, at least interact with two and then run into the house, and they'll keep going off and so on and so forth. But since I'm probably leaving the island to go grab Glimmer, I'm going to wait to do that in a minute. But yeah, if you just set them off and then run into a house while they're going off, then they won't cut off. They'll just keep going as long as you're on that island. Is it gonna... Okay. Okay, now these. Can they go right here? Okay. And now the fireflies. There they are. I love these fireflies. They only take 4 squares. They should be in the premium shop soon. They've never been in the premium shop yet, but we're getting close enough to that point where like they let them go to premium shop after being in a star path. Is it a crazy amount of them? Yes. Am I trying to get a high ranking? Yes. You're growing here too? Yes, we are. We've gotten close to 400 new Dreamlight Valley specific followers over here, which is amazing, especially with how inconsistent I've been. Today's Mercury retrograde day. That explains everything, Zach. Okay, so that was all over my feed, right? And then I made a second account, and then I made my main account Dreamlight only. And then I started making it to where like my algorithm over there only shows me Dreamlight Valley stuff too. And then I tried to get my new account, the Gita Moon account on TikTok. I tried to get it to have all the same stuff, but it has never grabbed on to my interest in astrology over there. And so I think I might just have to follow a few people that I used to follow and stopped following on the main one. I think that's what I need to do. This is looking so pretty. This is looking like one of those where it's like I stare at it and it's like, how did they do that? I've always wanted to do a build like that. Ooh. Do I do a little fence? Do I sneak a little fence in here? I wonder if it would look awful. It probably would. Yeah, I'm not going to do it actually. It'll look awful. Because then I would have to like zigzag it. If we had angled fencing, I would. Because I would want to do this one. And I would want to do it like up here. And then it would just like randomly stop. Oh, but that looks so good. Wait, what if I do that flower stone fencing? I really should favorite those two. Did I have one of them favorited? No. Okay. When the energy is low, it's so hard to get into live streaming. Yeah, for sure. You streamed on low days, and sometimes it helps your energy. Other days, it drains you more. It's always best to listen to your body with that. But yeah, I'm thankful that anytime I'm too low energy, and I tell people in Discord, you guys are all always so understanding and encouraging me to just rest instead of doing that. Instead of streaming and like pushing myself. And it always makes me feel so thankful to have such a nice community. I think I only have these white rose ones. For some reason, I don't see my other ones. And I made them like... No, those rose ones I made after. Never mind. I just needed to go lower. Okay. Also waiting for the sun to go down a little to help with the reflection on the TV. Okay, that makes sense with your setup. Oh, these can't go. They'll pull up the muddy look. Never mind. Trying to upload your TikTok advice videos over here. I do need to do that. The thing is, I have to do them like a week later or TikTok will flag me. And sometimes I put music on and I'm worried that YouTube will flag me for the music that TikTok allows me to use. But I really need to try anyways. And then if it's flagged, I can just like take it down. Same thing with my streams. I just need to upload them. Why do I like it so much? YouTube likes uploading every day, and since you have so much content, I can, yeah. Since I already do TikTok every day, I can just do YouTube too. Trey, you should be my manager. Just kidding. You are always looking out for me. Just did your boxing class. Aww. While you were listening to me, Kay. I'm glad you had so much fun. That's amazing. Flipping tortillas. Love it. I hope your enchiladas are like the most delicious thing ever. Because after what you have experienced the last 24 hours, yeah, you need something yummy on your tummy. Was that a Wiggle song? I swear that was. There was like, I think it was the banana one too. I don't know why those Wiggle songs like ended up sticking in my head for so long. The other one that has been like, it was in my head the other day was that, gosh. The Education Connection song, the education for free. It's Education Connection. I have a feeling tomorrow will be an easy day for us all. I really hope so. But Mercury retrograde starting today really, really makes everything make more sense. Okay. Critter. The music is true. You forgot that maybe TikTok, let's try to just use the game music. I need to just... So YouTube now has the same things where I could use the TikTok app to use their green screen and then just record twice. Whenever I record a video on TikTok, then go record it again on YouTube. And then I won't get flagged for re-uploading on the TikTok side. And I won't have to worry about the music on the YouTube side. Nope, sorry if you guys heard that. Hubby's cleaning. All right. This is so pretty. Oh, okay. I need to go grab the glimmer. I know it's crazy to want to make it prettier in my opinion, but I'm going to try. So beautiful. Thank you. I'm loving it. Loving it a lot more than my last submission, which I'll show you guys before I switch them out. Dream job for real though. You love gaming and streams, but you also don't want to be a streamer. It's a lot more than people realize for sure. Managing sounds fun. Hey. Maybe if I'm like ever making enough to be a full-time content creator, I can pay you to help be my manager. Get connected for free. It's education. Yes, yes. Really beautiful. Thank you. Yeah, if If TikTok were still set up the way it was before, for the first few months I was over there, I was able to download videos without it having my, like I could record and then download, and then I could upload that to YouTube. Well, now they're like, if you want to download it, you have to have your tag on it. And I feel like YouTube then flags it. But it's okay. Hubby is a keeper. Hubby is amazing. If anything, he's a much better cleaner than I am. He grew up in a family that really did well instilling that in him at a young age. And I'm ever so thankful for his family for doing that. But yeah, for a while I was like, the day that we had that Storybook Vale trailer, I uploaded the video on YouTube that I recorded that horizontal one. I recorded that on TikTok, and TikTok let me just like download it. It won't let me do that anymore. But TikTok has its own things. Sorry, YouTube has its own things now. So I just need to try them. And it's really not that big of a deal because, like, I'll be honest with you, a 30 or 20-minute video, even like a 5-minute video for YouTube used to take me hours. Like, it would take so long because I would have to record it on a computer, and then I would have to upload it to the computer and then import it to my editing program and then watch it and like edit it through there and then export, and all of that took so long that recording TikTok is it's 1/10 of the time. And so if I can just do the same process on YouTube, then both of them together, even double recording, will still be like way less time than it used to take me. You guys are too sweet. Okay, so here's the other trick of the day. You have something in your bag, right? I did mention this at the beginning of stream. You have something in your bag. Split it into one and only drop that one. Now, go into furniture mode, and with the rest of them in your bag, you can close it and hover over, and you can click that duplicate button again, just like you could before for furniture. As long as the items are in your bag, you can click that duplicate button and then line them up how you want, instead of like dropping them and then having them randomly go and having to pick them up one by one. All right, I'm going to add some bubbles around. I'm not going to make them super even because I want the sparkles to like pop around. All right, there. And I'm trying to get close to where the camera perspective is going to be so I can see what it's going to see. Get connected for free. Oh, gotta love how jingles used to stick in our heads so long. All right. One. Oop. The only thing that sucks with these is cleanup. You have to like manually go grab each thing out of each bubble and put it on the ground. But it's worth it. I'm so sorry, Zach. I can sing a Lizzie McGuire. Hey now, hey now. This is what dreams are made of. That's one I never mind having stuck in my head, and I can always force it. It's like a go-to. Something is in my head I hate. Let me get a different one in. I've been really enjoying that Ordinary song. That one where he's like, the angels are jealous because we have something so out of the ordinary. Oh yeah, the fireworks. All right, let me go. This is so intricate. This build is staying for a while. I don't care if it doesn't look amazing as far as like what makes sense. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then zip to the house. Get there within 60 seconds while they're still shooting off. Go in. By the way, in here is this house is a secret alien spaceship. So that's why it looks like this inside. This was one of my early on space Dreamsnaps submissions builds. It did not score well. Oh, I think I got 600 moonstones for it. All right. The fireworks are still going off. Yes. Okay. Perfect. Okay, I think I was standing about here. Nope, one more step. And one more step. Half a smidge more. There we go. Just the flowers are showing on the edges. All right. Pony pose. No. No. Maybe. I'm just gonna do regular colors. I feel like she's off center because she does that kind of like weird pose. So I'm going to step slightly to the side. Angle it down. Take Lizzie McGuire over college. Same. Yes, the one by Alex Warren. Really cute. You loved it. Aww. There should be a Mickey Cloud nearby too, since I just came out of a house. Is that how that works? Let me spin around and check. I didn't know you could control that Mickey Cloud. I love the coloring on this island. I don't see one. My friend was like obsessing over that Mickey Cloud earlier for her snap. I know a lot of my friends really like that Mickey Cloud. I don't see it. It looks like I'm going to have to wait for clouds to move over in general. But I do want to do that because you're right. That space in the sky is empty. It does need something. So I'll wait for them to like make their way over. And then hopefully they can fill in that gap, especially since that floating island is only spawning the, it's only showing the tree stump floating still. You'd get married here if you could. Oh my gosh, Jessica. What an amazingly sweet compliment. That is so sweet of you. Whenever you try and take a picture for Dreamsnaps, are the fireworks still going off? They are, okay. Whenever you try to take a picture for Dreamsnaps, the back is extremely blurry. Yeah, so if you play on PC and I think Xbox and PlayStation, they do get blurry towards the back unless you have a filter on. Some of the filters take that away and make it more clear in the back, but otherwise I don't know how you can control it. Oh, mobile through Xbox. Interesting. I've heard of PC through Xbox, but not mobile. Like I do have a friend that does that workaround. But that's not how she plays mainly. She just gets on occasionally through that way. Are those trees? Okay, the clouds are finally getting there. They're creeping in. Although it's like that higher up one that's coming first. That's why I wasn't seeing it before. Are they all going to be that high? No, that other one's a little bit lower. Yeah, that other one's just going to be my only hope. Let's see if it comes in low enough. You got the new Snow White soundtrack on iTunes. Nice. She sounds gorgeous in that movie. I haven't seen it yet, but the songs have been all over my For You page, especially the one because I've watched Glee. I love Glee. And there's one song that she sings, and I guess somebody's husband, like somebody was listening to it and their husband was like, "Are you listening to Glee? That sounds like Kurt." And like I can't unhear it now. That song sounds exactly like Kurt singing in like the most beautiful tone. You play on iPad in bed and you love it. Oh, that sounds so comfortable. And not too small of a screen. That's nice. Yeah, if you just open up these tabs and you click over, I believe a few of these, I think the one on the far right and I think the one right below it, both make it clear for you. So it's not as blurry. All right. The clouds are almost there. Almost there. I'm almost there. I'm not warmed up at all today. Okay. I want my face to be a little bit... There we go. The eye's just slightly more open. All right, tags are 37, 36, 11, and 61. I know a lot of people are struggling for the Tangled extra tags, so it's fine. I probably could hide a few more in here, but I'm happy with this. I feel like it's really pretty. Clouds move faster. Slow and steady wins the race. No kidding. All right, I'm going to submit this, and then if the clouds look a little bit better, I might resubmit. Also, if I can get the fireflies to like fill a little bit more. Saw Snow White write new movies. But the people are wrong. Yeah, I know not everybody agrees with everybody's opinions, and that's okay. I didn't mean to snap it right then, but I like this. Oh, I think that is the Mickey cloud. I think it's being blocked. Zach, I think you're right. I think it's being blocked by that other cloud because that looks like the Mickey cloud ears in the back. All right, I'm gonna submit this one and save it because I didn't save the last one. And then the only reason I would change this at this point is if the clouds look better sometime tomorrow when I'm not streaming, because we still have another day to submit them. You see it? Yeah, it's right there just being blocked. Sometimes it loves to do that in my valley. But I love this, how it turned out. It looks so intricate. Yay! Okay, I'm gonna load back and grab some eggs. That's the trick you always do. Go into the house and come out and you get a Mickey cloud. Maybe if I had gone in and come back out. I'll try playing around with that tomorrow. Maybe I can get it in there. Sometimes it's a bigger Mickey cloud too, depending on the weather. Beautiful, thank you. I'm definitely excited with how it looks. I think definitely 4K, hopefully top 1,000 on the ranking, but we'll see. All right, blue eggs, perfect. There's one. This is the spring vibes that I was going for in the other build, so that's why I used like a lot of those same kind of tree colors. All right, no eggs in the forest. 2, nice. I had 6 this morning in Forgotten Lands. It was wild. Taking 300 and 900 this week. Trey, yours is so pretty. Everybody that, like all of you guys that have posted in Discord made me step up my game. I was like, these are so gorgeous. What am I doing? What am I doing? Just like building on top of something I already had. I could be like, I could do something better. And I love that with like when we can be like inspired by each other too. Like on weeks where like some people are struggling and other people are very inspired. It's nice to like help get inspired by other people's photos when the description isn't inspiration enough. And as always, we just do inspiration. We don't copy. Unless you ask and you get permission. All right. Oop. I need to clean up Sunlit. And I need to do something up here in the Forgotten Lands because I moved everything to the Forgotten Floating Island. So now Forgotten Lands is back to empty. Tomorrow, oh, I hope your MRI goes well, Shy. I know you were talking about that in Ice's live. And I know you're nervous. Just remember everybody at the hospital like is trying to help you, and things are always scarier when you have anxiety, you know, when you build it up in your head. At least for me, most of the time, it was worse in my head than it actually ends up being in real life. But I will be here to support you, and you can always message me on Discord if you need encouragement before going into your appointment. Struggled with April Fools, and the group did a great job inspiring. It's so nice being able to like lean on each other when we need to. Here's one. All right, I'm gonna try to keep count. I always lose count. Let me eat something. All right. Nothing. You freak yourself out a lot. I do too. I'll like almost have panic attacks before appointments, and then after it's done, I was like, well, I shouldn't have freaked out. But like, I think that's normal for everybody with anxiety. Just try to think back to previous appointments where you felt freaked out, and then you went in and it was okay. And that might help. But also knowing, even if the worst happens, you still have support. Like, even if what you're freaked out about happens, you'll still have your support system. I hope I'm saying encouraging things and not making it worse. Sometimes I know I can do that. Put my foot in my mouth. I want to go to the new Universal so bad. I saw everybody's videos yesterday, and I really want to go to Burke because How to Train Your Dragon, the series, is like one of my favorites. The music in it, the stories, it's just such a good series. And they have, for those of you familiar with How to Train Your Dragon, you know who Toothless is. Well, they took those robot dogs that they made years ago, and they put like a little baby Toothless skin over it. So they have like a real like baby dragon walking around the park and interacting with people. I'm so jealous. All those influencers that were invited to go early. Some of them didn't even have 1,000 followers too. I think they just lived close. Dang, none in this realm. Oh, there's one. Okay, 2. Toothless does look really cute. And Toothless's baby. Like baby Toothless. Oh my gosh. My only thing is, I'm wondering, because everybody, like, there's that one interaction where, like, you get to go and pet Toothless with Hiccup. I have to know, are they making everybody use hand sanitizer before going and touching him? Or are we just needing to go, like, wash our hands after? I hope that it's before, because then it'll protect the model, too. You know, like, Toothless won't be worn down as quickly. His little skin. I know, random things that happen in my brain. I have to know, though. Is his little snout gonna get rubbed raw from like the oils of people's hands? The Hiccup actors are phenomenal, and then Astrid looked really good too, and so did Rough Nut and Tough Nut walking around walking around the whole park, just like tussling. So cute. And then like they're saying the lines from the movies too. There's one like really gangly Rough Nut, and she is like the cutest. Oh, I'm getting hungry. It is almost 7. They no longer make people use hand sanitizer at all. Okay. Well, I'll just make sure to bring some. Ooh. 3, 4. Never thought of that. Yeah, I think about like, I don't know, those like statues and stuff that get rubbed raw because so many people just go and touch them in the same spots. 5. And you can tell the most liked spots to touch certain statues because of how over time they change colors. Certain body parts like to be touched for female statues and stuff, and you can tell. And so, I don't know, just seeing so many videos in one day of everybody doing that one experience touching Toothless, I was like, is that gonna happen? And it's different material, but like, it's possible. Either way, good to mentally note to wash your hands after any of those experiences, because I know they have a similar one over in the Jurassic Park section too, where I think you can pet Blue, the velociraptor from Jurassic World. I haven't been there since Jurassic World, but I'm pretty sure that's one of the interactions. I think I've seen it in the videos, and it's something I've always thought about with that one too. 6, 7. Seen that? Yeah, it's like, oh. Well, that's a very human thing, I guess. 8. That's probably going to be the last one in this realm, so I just need to find 2 more. They're probably going to be in the Moana realm, because it's between that and Toy Story. It was like the first year they previewed VR at A3 and the journalists got pink eye. Oh my gosh. I believe it. I believe it. That's why if you go to theme parks too and stuff, or like heavily shopped at areas, tourist attractions of any kind, be careful not to try the hats on. Like if you want to buy one of the hats, buy it and then try to keep it tied up in a Ziploc bag for like a couple days. Just to be safe. You know, lice is not fun to deal with for anybody. All right, Moana. Make way, make way. Moana, it's time you knew. Just the fact that you've never had an MRI before and the results should hopefully tell you what's going on with your ear. I hope so too. I had an MRI, I believe, when I fractured my shoulder. I believe that's one of the things I had. Here's one. So I am only looking for one more. Oh, here it is. Perfect. Just in case, I'll keep looking. I did find 11 yesterday, so like it is possible for them to respawn while you're looking. The MRI is the one where like you have to lay down in it, right? It was a little loud, but it wasn't terribly loud. And it didn't last that long, to my memory. By the way, if you guys can hear the vacuum, I'm sorry, but like, I told him get it done while I'm streaming. So, I'm pretty sure my mic isn't picking it up, but just in case there's like a muffled background noise, quick apologies. We're getting a clean apartment. I'm happy about that. It's okay to have a little bit of noise in exchange for a clean apartment, right? Wish you could find 10. I'm sorry, Jessica. I'm sorry you're struggling so much to find them. I know they're not the easiest to find. I definitely recommend. There's a guy on here, Serroh, Serroh. He did a video on the eggs. He had a few tips. I believe you play on PC, right? He had a few tips on how to change your settings on PC to more easily spot the purple ones, and the blue ones if you're manually finding them. Big ol' magnet, yes. Can't hear, good, okay. Get to cleaning. No, he was just like, okay, I'm going to wait till you finish streaming. I was like, no, it's okay. Do it while I'm streaming. Because I want to eat when we're off. And then it's going to be late for the neighbors. Like, I don't like being too late for the neighbors. If we can get it done while they're in working hours, then happy. Very happy to do that. All right. Got all my eggs. Finished my Dreamsnap. I never showed you. Okay, well, for those of you guys that were here last Friday, you saw what I had submitted before. For those that weren't, I guess I didn't even screenshot the last one, so it's good that it wasn't my final submission. Here is my current submission that I just did here on stream. My tags are 37, 36, 11, 61. I did this on the meadow, floating island. You can see most of it on stream if you go back and rewatch if you're just joining. I am at 1 hour and 45-minute mark. I'm getting hungry to the point where my head's starting to hurt, so I'm going to end things here. I will be back Wednesday for a reset day, new premium shop, new Dreamsnaps. I'll be on Discord in the meantime if you want to join. I posted the link in the comments. Let me see if it's still active on my phone. No, it's not. Copy. All right, here's the link again if anybody wants to join and share your Dreamsnaps, share your builds, share whatever. Here is your reminder. Make sure you've voted. Make sure you've submitted, even if it's a throwaway for the basic 300. Make sure you have purchased what you wanted to from Premium Shop. Thank you so much for getting me to 16 likes. 17 if you guys see 17 on your end. I really, really appreciate it. So incredibly kind of you. I'll be back Wednesday, probably a little bit earlier, and I'll be doing TikTok for 2 hours and then jumping over here for 2 hours. And we'll be checking out the new stuff from the premium shop. So thank you so much to everybody that lurked, that hung out and chatted. Thank you for all the likes. Thank you to any new follows. I really appreciate all of you. And I hope you guys, I'm wishing you a Hakuna Matata and a magical rest of your day. All right. Bye, guys.